Okay, so I got a series of questions. So we're gonna intertwine because I'm a relationship guy. I love to hear about them. I love to talk about them. I like to see what works and what doesn't work because nowadays society has the wrong idea and the wrong thoughts about building relationships, whether that's on the court, on the field, in your home with your own parents and kids, with your best friends or your brothers and sisters, in the house of God, anywhere. So I love trying to make sense of relationships. So we're going to go down a little bit of a trivia, and we're going to find out when you first fell in love with basketball. What was that aha moment, and I can't not do this?
That's a very good question. Honestly, I'm gonna have to give credit to, like I said, I mentioned it before with the Magic Johnson tapes. You know, everyone wanted to dunk, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we couldn't dunk as kids, right?
Yeah.
You know, as a young kid, but I could do a fancy pass.
Yeah.
So that made me fall in love with the game. You know what I mean? And Pistol Pete. My dad used to put me on Pistol Pete a lot. You know what I mean? So Pistol Pete, Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas. You know what I mean? I got into their passing. You know what I mean? And that's when I started falling in love with the game, you know what I mean? Then I started doing no looks at school, getting oohs and ahs, and I was like, oh yeah, okay, this is cool.
That's where it's at, huh?
Right. So
Okay.
I would say that.
Okay, and then if you can go all the way back, so either A, who was your first crush, or love, and B,
Hold on, you about to get the man in trouble now.
I'm about to say, if you
First crush of basketball, just say basketball.
That's why I said I was going to get my option. If he feel comfortable with saying that,
do another option.
No, do you want to answer that?
I'll answer.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think if I can even remember my first crush. You know what
First
I mean?
crush?
That's
Or your first love?
Go back to kindergarten.
4th grade, 5th grade?
Teacher.
That's funny.
But did you say that?
It probably was someone on TV. I just can't think right now. But
Okay.
someone in person, you know, it probably been I ain't gonna say the name, you know what I mean, but it was a girl in my 6th grade class. Let's put it like that. But first one I can't remember exactly, but it was definitely someone on TV, like Topanga or something like that.
Topanga, he went with Boy Meets World. Yeah. Don't think they know nothing about that. Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So next question is your top 5. Not what everybody says. Your top 5 players that you love.
It could be from high school, it could be college, it could be NBA, it could be somebody you saw overseas, or in the gym, whoever.
Your top 5. They say, Sean, pick them, and we're going to play against them. You can include yourself as a part of that 5. Or you can pick 5 guys that say, they're not taking no L. I'm sure of it.
Because my 5, it only had like 2 NBA players.
Whoa. Can I hear one of y'all 5s first? That's a tough one.
My 5 is stacked up against any 5 in the world. I'm going with Shaq D's.
Oh, you already know.
I'm going with Cole. I'm going with Eddie Jones. It's my favorite player in the world.
Eddie,
And then I'm going to go with Brandon Ingram. And then, you know what? I'm going to go with Frank Nitti at the 1.
Nitti.
Okay.
Yeah, get the young boy in there.
Okay.
Do a little something strange for a little piece of change.
Okay, I see that. I got Mark White.
Okay.
Point guard, HSU when I came in. Crazy nice. I had 2 honorable mentions though. I had 6
You
and 7.
did, you did.
I had Steve Nash and Jay Will. Jason Williams. Jordan, Shaq, LeBron.
Yeah, I was gonna go LeBron.
Because if you pick any of those point guards, Mark White, Steve Nash, or
Brown off the ball automatically.
then you got Jordan at the 2, Bron at the 3.
Yeah.
And then you got Shaq. Who else did I say?
I don't know.
4.
Who's gonna play your 4? Put LeBron to 4. That's why everybody down.
Yeah.
That's the easy choice. Me? That's a tough one, bro. I don't do well with lists, man, because I love so many players, man. It's tough to narrow.
But it's not putting them like before anybody else. It's like the 5 players. It's like what come to mind.
Okay. Kobe, you know, Magic, Jordan, Shaq.
Dang.
Sorry.
Yeah.
See,
because he put Magic on that joint.
Oh yeah.
I think I probably KD at the 4.
Okay. Yeah. I think he probably get my team.
Yeah, he get mine too.
You put magic on that joint.
Yeah,
You put magic on that joint. It makes it magical.
Right. But one of my personal two players, one of my personal favorite players, point guards in NBA history though, is Nick Van Exel. My grandma loved
Nick the
and
Quick.
it reminded me of my grandma because she, you go boy, like that's what she, every time he do something, you know what I mean. So Nick the Quick, and Rod Strickland.
Man,
I love him.
Yeah,
Okay.
man.
See, a lot of people don't know about Nick the Quick
And Rob,
They
man.
don't talk about him. They just talk about the other players or whatever, but they forget about all them other ones. It's like super dope.
Because
Like
it's those
Jones.
ones that before they time that really didn't fit during that time, but if they would have been like maybe 3, 4, or 5 years late.
Right.
Yeah.
But to keep this going, when y'all mentioned LeBron, it made me think of Trayvon. You know, Trayvon was the #1, I believe, the #1 player in the country at one point. I want to say 7th or 8th grade. You know, and he's from Rialto. You know, and beat LeBron's team. It's on the documentary. It's on tape. You know, in the championship, AAU. You know what I mean?
Trayvon was something else, though, man.
Right. And LeBron was saying on the documentary, them boys from California, they was talking mad stuff. And I know that was Trey. And I know that was Trey. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to Trey, man. He's one of the most slept on players, man. Like
So
you said,
talent,
I think that was you that was talking beforehand, where someone said, "Don't get his autograph," right?
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? That's how I felt about Trayvon. Like I never really looked up to no one that was like my age range till Trayvon. You know what I mean? He was so above everyone else. It was like ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? He played like Lamar Odom to me.
That was the first thing that came to mind when I thought about him.
He played like Lamar Odom, like then, like you know what I mean?
But just so Lamar Odom with maybe a Rashid attitude, if you got on his bad side, it was just like he was at it in your face and could do everything.
Right.
I'm like, dang man, I ain't never seen him do. How tall was he?
It's like 6'5", maybe 6. You know what?
He felt like 6'7" to me.
Well, that's the thing. Me and my friend Ice Mike, we talk about this all the time. Trayvon is really taller than what he is, but he got a hunch.
Yes. Always played with it too.
So so he is taller than what he, and he's longer than people realize. You know what I mean? And he has some of the most underrated boosts. You know what I mean? When he was on, like I said, I played high school ball with him and early travel ball with him. When he was on, he looked like an NBA player.
Oh yeah, he did.
You know what I'm saying? And man, I just want to give him his flowers, man. He deserves it.
Yeah. In 03, when y'all played us at our house, when I say our house, me and Jeremiah played on the same team, Avery Miller High School, class of 03. I got in the game for maybe about 2 minutes. Man, that boy Trey, I slipped out the way. Remember what he said to Rome?
He said something. I don't remember what he said. I remember that. I remember he said something, but I don't know what he said.
I ain't gonna say it on camera.
No, say it on camera.
We're gonna have the conversation on camera.
We almost 40 years old. Say it on camera. Did he cuss?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, just X that out then.
You saw Rome's face? Hey, I was running down behind him. I wanted to kind of do something, but guess what? When that boy this tall,
you can't do that.
Right.
Man, that was an intense game.
He caught some posters that year too, man, like some nasty ones, you know what I mean? And like another one, Rialto Johnson, center native, you know what I'm saying? Him, I looked up to him, Lou Kelly, I don't know if y'all were familiar with Lou Kelly from Cajon.
Yeah.
Jock, went to Rialto, Jock Scaniers, Chris Vernon, like I said, Marcus Goodlow. You know what I mean? I looked up to these cats, you know what I'm saying? Like these was local legends to me, you know what I mean? So
and
those would be like probably like I don't know how many I listed, but those Dwayne Gaines is another one.
That was my favorite high school. That was my favorite high school player.
Yeah.
Dwayne Gaines.
You know what I mean? All those players I named was players I looked up to and my favorite players growing up in the high East.
And what players don't understand is when you're in high school, you're still a kid, you got little kids coming up looking at you. So I didn't realize that until you get older and you be like, and you see a kid that's playing. He's like, yo, I remember you used to play. So I'm like, I don't even know who you were, but like I see you as a kid. That's why I know who you are.
Right. Yeah. But that's some of the most humbling feelings. You know what I'm saying? Someone coming to me, man, you were my favorite player in high school. I still get that to this day. You know what I mean? It makes me feel good.
Sean Green.
Right.
You look around like, who called my name?
Right. And that's another thing. Funny that you say that. Like, hardly anyone called me Sean. You know what I mean? It was Sean Green everywhere.
Hey,
you know what I mean? I'm not saying it's a good or bad.
Because you had Sean Marshall. So you couldn't, either way, there was nobody just saying Sean. It was either Sean Green, Sean Marshall. It's like right there.
And that's another, Sean Marshall is one of the most toughest competitors I played against as well. You know what I mean? His competitive spirit was bar none at that time in our era. So I definitely want to credit him as well.
And they had, y'all had the big threes and big fours back then. Y'all got together.
They did.
So
they did.
Eisenhower, they had Corey, Johnny Dukes, Sean Marshall. Then they had Greg Nelson and what's the other cat, other point guard? I forgot his name.
Talking about Deontay Nelson, man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Deontay Nelson.
Greg Nelson is his brother.
Yeah, my bad, yeah. Deontay Nelson. Then they had Perry.
Yeah, Jarrell Perry. Sorry. My bad, Perry.
Yeah.
another Rialto Johnson center guy.
Was it Fall High? I'm gonna tell you a story about Fall High though. Daryl Diggins supposed to come to Avery Miller.
Right.
I heard.
He come in the gym with his dad, and I'm in there. I'm like, yo, what you doing here? He was like, pop up and come. I'm like,
I know we ruined it.
Oh, we winning it this year.
I know we
good.
ruined it though.
Man, Pops came in with him, talked to Rome. I guess they went off and talked.
Yep.
That was the last time I seen him.
I was in the gym, bro. I'm telling you.
And I was like, what happened? He was like, shook his head and just kept walking. And I was like, man, come on, man. I already know what happened.
I was in the gym.
I'm like, come on, man. Like, then it was like, oh, you know, we don't want those type of players here. And I'm like, bro, forget that. We trying to win. Because we don't, who do we really have? Not just saying, I'm just saying, like,
no, we didn't have a standout
on paper,
like that. Yeah.
We had Rialto, they had the standouts. Who they have with Daniel Green. Then you transferred. You were transferring,
but
so that kind of lowered the competitiveness at Rialto. So we had to go against Fall High. They had everybody over there. They had Sean Green went over there. They had Daryl Diggins. Then they had Trayvon. They had Ice Mike. Who else? Who else?
Wasn't Iron on squad that year?
They had a big five.
Yeah, man.
And then what? Who we got? Not I'm saying y'all was weak or nothing. I'm just saying compared to those guys, it's just kind of like. Now we really got to work. Yeah. At least y'all could.
It's funny you mentioned that story because I remember that story. Well, I wasn't there, but you know, Daryl was him and Ice Mike. They was my best friends at the time. You know what I'm saying? And still are. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I remember that story. I remember him telling me because I was thinking about going to Avery. I was thinking about going to. You know what I mean? It was like the recruiting thing. Yeah. I was filling it out because I knew I didn't want to be at Rialto no more because Rialto didn't take their basketball program seriously.
I see that.
I mean? So,
they just barely started getting it back together. But I don't know. I don't understand.
Right. Well, the AD at the time, you know, he was very in love with baseball, so everything was pushed to baseball. You know what I mean? And we didn't get no true pub. You know, we had one of the nicest gyms in the area.
Yeah, hands down.
Y'all had talent. You just need to be controlled.
Right. So it just, man, it just wasn't a good situation at that very moment. And plus, like I said, everyone at Fontana at that time who was already there, it just made sense because they was already from Rialto. I was already familiar with the games. I done played with all of them before, so
yeah, it was easy.
It made, and plus, I was still is in my mind, you know, from a local history point of view, they were the pinnacle. So I didn't. It would have made sense if everybody from Rialto or Rialto area would have went to one school like LA does. You know what I'm saying? We should have done that. Yeah. But given the circumstances, I didn't want to go to Ike because I wanted to beat them. They were the standard. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to join them. I wanted to beat them. You know what I'm saying? And that's no disrespect to them because honestly, that probably would have been a better move long term. Yeah. But Fontana was literally my favorite moments arguably in life. So I don't regret the move. The season was fun. You know what I'm saying? But Ike had structure. They had a real program.
It was,
you know what I mean? And yeah, man, but I wanted to beat them. You know what I'm saying? So
I wanted to beat y'all. Full High.
Yeah.
We beat y'all one time my senior year. It was lovely. Because I hated y'all. I didn't hate y'all, I hated the type Full High.
It was at their house, right?
It was at their house. It was a rival. But going back to the transfer and stuff, so I'm talking to Sean, talking to Corey. I knew Johnny like a little bit, but they was talking to each other while I was talking to them. I was like, yo, come to Ike. I was about to transfer. I was about to transfer after my junior year.
There you have it. I knew it.
So I was like, Mom, I want to go to.
He's acting funny the whole year.
I want to go to. I want to go to the Ike because I want to win it. And she was like, you sure? She's like, you know, you got to drive and stuff and this and that. She's like, that's what you want to do? Go. I said, cool. But I'm like, I'm loyal to the soil. That's my thing. I'm always loyal to any team I ever played for. Yeah. That was one of my mistakes. I don't know, that's not a mistake because, you know, got the records and stuff at AB. Yeah. But I know I would have got a ring with Ike.
Yeah, for sure.
So
that's how I feel as well.
I was loyal to the soil. I've been going to AB since I was a kid, watching my brothers and sisters play there. So I'm like, let me just stay here. So I stayed.
I was just telling Sean before, I was trying to go to Arroyo Valley.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to get out of there, but they wasn't taking juniors and seniors at the time.
Oh, okay.
So could make that move.
Yeah. And it's all a decision, man. Yeah. I don't know. It was fun, you know, because now the dudes I still fool with on the team, stuff like that, everybody close. Yeah. But it's still good to get everybody back. Like we got you here. Right. Probably gonna have other people in the future. Yeah. And it's all fun because I want to beat everybody too. Yeah. I especially want to beat Ike and Paul High. Never beat Ike. But we beat Paul High.
I beat Ike. I'm proud of that. You know, I beat him twice in that era. That was unheard of.
Yeah,
you know,
because they were such a powerhouse.
I'm very proud of that. You know what I mean? So, you know, but and we beat them one of the years. You know, they won the ring. So, you know, that was you know, and I felt like that ring was ours. So, you know what I mean? So at least I can hang my hat on that ring. You know what I mean? But shout out to Ike. You know what I'm saying? They doing their thing. You know what I mean? And I always have respect for them. Like I said, we all from Rialto. We all from the same streets. You know what I'm saying? So I respect them, they respect me, you know what I'm saying? And it's always love.
It's always respect and love, man. Like we battled out a long time ago, this and that. So I want to talk about, so back in high school, well now it's normal. So back in high school, you know, nobody was getting tattoos at all. That was like, you don't do that. This man right here was the first person I've ever seen a high school player get a tattoo. It wasn't a small one, it was a big tattoo. So, and it was so big back then that you got people at A.B. Miller talking about it, other schools, and then we're going to the AAU games and stuff. They talking about, oh yeah, Sean Ring got a tattoo in the barbershop. She got a tattoo because Sean was what in the paper it was Sean, you know, Gerald Diggins, Sean Mark, always in the paper. So whatever they did, it was big. So when he got the tattoo, I was like, why the hell did he get the tattoo for? So I'm like, man, he don't need no tattoo because, you know, we all skinny and stuff. Yeah. Except for this guy. So tell us about the tattoo, man.
Man, you know, tattoo, that was just one of those things where, well, it's two reasons, you know, one of those things, you just wanted to be cool. You know, that was the thing in high school, whatever it was, you just wanted to be cool. You know what I mean? And that was just one of those things at the time. Even though it was, like you said, it was still unheard of for high school, but it was just kind of spirit of the moment. It wasn't like my parents blessed me, I just went out and got it. You know what I mean? What you gonna do? Take it off me? That's, you know what I mean? That's how I thought. You know what I mean? Being stupid, you know what I mean? I actually wish I didn't do it, you know what I mean, now that I'm older. But back then it was dope, you know, it was the thing to do. But again, it was also from LeBron, you know, watching LeBron on the big stage on TV, and they actually had his, you know, he had the tape over it. So that, even though he taped it, that even brought more attention to it. You know what I mean?
There's something under there.
Right. And then you see it on the Slam magazine or other places where you might see LeBron, you know what I mean? And I seen him play, you know, in person and seen him, you know, in Vegas, you know, like I was mentioning pre-show. And I seen him all tatted up, you know what I mean? I was like, I gotta get tatted, you know what I mean? So, you know, that's why I went. And then obviously too, Iverson also played a big role in that.
That's why I got my first one in college.
Right, Iverson has so much impact in the culture with everybody on some level. Actually, personally, my favorite Iverson is Georgetown though, but obviously, you know, the Sixers, he impacted on a different level because, you know, professionally you could just do more.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So, but Iverson, the player, it was nothing like Georgetown to me. You know what I'm saying? I just loved how he was. That's when he was poking on you. You know what I mean? And, ooh, little dude doing crossing and poking on
and it going, it was unheard of. Man. So I'll meet you with some rapid fire questions. Okay. For this first one, you can name more than one. Favorite basketball movie?
Favorite basketball movie? That's a tough one. Like you said, so many, but
5.
I'm gonna go Blue Chips.
Okay.
You know, I like He Got Game too because it shows you the nastiness of the background of all the stuff, you know what I mean, and the AAU and the big time players and the recruitment process. I love that too. Those would probably be my top two.
Okay. And then who's in your ear right now as far as music? Who's in the ear?
Man, you know what, bro? I'm kind of lame on the music too, bro. Like I don't. There's so much out there. I get lost in the sauce, man. And, and I just go back. Honestly, I be listening to oldies, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I'm one.
Okay, so who is it? Who's your oldie guy to go to? Who's your go-to?
Well,
you have a group. You have an individual. You got a song.
I would say Marvin Gaye at the, you know, it's probably my favorite. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I like some of the what's the Summertime Madness joint. One of their band players just passed away. I can't even think. But you know, y'all know that song, the Summertime, the Cool in the Game.
Cool in the
Game. Yeah. I love listening to stuff like that. You know, again, this is from my parents. Growing up on them long road trips hooping, they used to listen to jazz and oldies, so I loved it then. You know what I mean? At that point, I actually loved it because it put me to sleep on the road. But then, as the time went on, I got older, I started really liking it. You know what I mean? But honestly, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I kind of fell off hip hop a little bit since Nipsey died. You know what I mean? Because that was my favorite rapper. You know what I mean?
Good.
Kind of fell off. All my family, like literally, my family was like the first family to come to the IE. All my family was from, you know, LA. So, and a lot of on my dad's family, my grandma, like we literally used to go to her house 2 times a month, maybe even more. You know, she lived in the '60s, so so that hit close to home.
Yeah. Okay. Kobe, LeBron, or Jordan?
Is this a bench one, cut one type situation, or?
No, but we can do that. That'll be interesting to see.
Cut one, bench one,
start one.
That's an easy one. Well, Kobe's my favorite player all time, but I'm starting Jordan. Kobe. In this situation, Kobe would be the perfect 6-man, right? You know what I'm saying? Because he's just gonna score the hell out that rock. And sorry, Brian, you know what I mean? You gotta go. But I will say this: out of all 3 of those games, I mean, my game is nothing like theirs. You know what I mean? But if I had to say, the closest game would be LeBron, because I patterned my game after trying to be at least adequate at every facet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I may or not have been great. You know, that's someone else to decide at one thing, but I knew I had to be at least adequate in multiple boxes. You know what I'm saying? So I knew that held value even at a young age.
Okay, so fast break scenario. You're on defense. Do you foul or you let them get the layup? Doesn't matter what aspect of the game.
Wait, say that one more time. We're on fast break.
Yeah, fast break.
On defense.
You're on defense.
Wait, the ball.
We had this
stolen?
conversation. No, the ball's turned over. He's in open
the
court.
ball's turned over.
Yeah.
And then you're on defense, getting back, or you're already back.
He's trailing the play.
Okay, what is it, 2-on-1?
No, it's 1-on-1. He's the only one trailing the play.
It's 1-on-1.
So let's say it's me in front of you.
Maybe a step or 2.
Yeah. Do you foul or do you give it the bucket?
Or drop block.
It all depends on what type
situation
the game is. If the game is on the line, I'm gonna try to Tayshaun Prince that boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But
early in the game.
If it's early in the game,
like second quarter, the fouls is like maybe 2 each.
It all depends. If he got a clear length on me, why would I touch him? You know what I mean? That's just an added incentive for him, possibly. You know what I mean?
Because that's what we're getting to is now today's game. I hate this, but the players, when they get the ball stolen, they just grab it. What's called open
floor foul.
Open floor foul. I hate those.
Yeah.
My thing is, if I get the ball stolen, go ahead and dunk it.
Yeah.
Got the ball stolen
I'm not picking up a foul for that.
Yeah. But in the game, you got to make a decision.
Yeah.
But if he steal the ball, go back, I'm not just about to grab his shirt, or he go past me and grab his shirt. Like, no, he go past me, he's broke me. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
You earned that.
Yeah. So I hate the open court foul. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah, and it happens way too often, even on a high D1 level and professional. It's like, what are you thinking?
Yeah. But that's what the game is then.
Right.
All right, well, that was it. That was my closing questions. You got anything else?
I got one thing if I can add.
Yeah, absolutely.
I add Jeremiah to that list too, is the Rialto boys. he was kind of, you know, again, same age range, but he was a little ahead of us, you know what I'm saying? At least from a guard perspective, you know what I mean? So I definitely want to shout out my boy Jay Ward.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Okay, look, before we go, stand up for me, please, sir. He got some shorts. He's doing these shorts. He's doing shirts. He's representing the IE, and it's crazy because on his Facebook, Sean Green, he does sports talk. He has a lot of good questions, a lot of scenarios. He has freaking hundreds and thousands of people commenting on everything. So one day, something popped up, a picture of shorts with Rialto Eisenhower. Who was it? Montana High School.
Miller coming soon.
And Miller just came. I just put my order in the other day. I had to get those. Tell us about your idea and stuff like that, man.
Yeah, so like I said, I was telling you pre-production, man, that, you know, what I was thinking, what sells, what has value. And, you know, pride came to mind, you know, and high school has pride.
Yeah.
And, you know, a lot of, you know, basketball has pride, you know what I mean? So, you know, it was just an easy fit, you know what I mean? And just went off from there. Like you said, from all them sports groups, I was kind of already leaning into this because I'm a lover of logos, hats, names, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it was just a perfect fit. All of it just was a whirlwind, and I'm just like, man, I gotta just put these out, see what it do. Yeah.
Okay, so you say you love our hats and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Gotta hook you up with
I've seen that.
The Humble Hoops. The Humble Hoops hat.
Definitely.
Get that.
Appreciate
there you go, sir.
Y'all. Appreciate y'all.
I'm not gonna do like they do on the mall, get a CD and be like, hey, $5. Like, just gave me the CD. Nah, this all love right here. Then you got the Humble Hoops 3D shirt right here.
Yes, sir. Man, I appreciate
sir.
Gear. Definitely.
Get some gear, man. Thanks for coming on the show, man.
I appreciate y'all.
We're doing this for the IE because the IE don't get enough recognition, man. We got players and people to go off with great things on different platforms. They don't represent the IE that much. So if this show that me and Jay Will doing could, you know, venture out and do stuff like that, that'd be dope.
I think what y'all doing, man, is beautiful. I can't thank y'all enough.
Yeah, man.
I'm honored to be here.
Definitely have us on, you know, and you got some time, you know, get with you.
For sure. Like I said, again, I'm humbled to be here, you know what I'm saying? And I hope y'all, I love doing it. I think I seen the last show with Dominique. I seen some of y'all shows prior to that. I love the topics. I love what y'all get into. And like you said, the IE, they need this, you know what I mean? It's just a great lane that y'all in. And I just want to see y'all keep doing it.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
So again, it's always been a blessing. My advice is always love God and be great.
Thank you for watching. Peace.
Peace.
All right. Cool.
Man, I appreciate
Hopefully recorded. Oh, I wasn't even recording.
He lying.